Battletoads is being played by the Mexican Runner, followed by Kid Icarus being played by Jorf. It looks like the Mega Man X block is going to start at about 12:30 for the people that were wondering about the Mega Man block. So, we will let you know when the server is up so you can know when to start donating again. Until then, it would be fantastic if you guys could just bear with us while we deal with the situation really quickly. Thank you.
Johnny number 5.
Yeah, Pajama Hero Nemo.
Yeah, Pajama Hero there. I like that he used the word pajama in Japanese.
Okay. Whoops. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, man.
Thanks.
Yep.
I can start out by explaining this little trick here. We found out this last European marathon. You can pause buffer your jumps, and so it's kind of easier to skip those texts.
Yeah, because it turned what was, I believe, a frame-perfect
Exactly.
trick, and which you had to do twice in a row in order to skip that first guy's text, which is very long and an automatic reset if you're doing attempts at this game into something that's pretty easy.
Yeah, it skips like 20 seconds, 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah. It's less so in the Japanese version, because even though this is only about a 35-minute run, there's a lot of text in it. And so playing in Japanese does make a difference.
I believe it's like 1.5 to 2 minutes.
Depending on which
Depending.
text you
Yeah.
skip,
So basically, you have Nemo, who is stuck in his dream world in Slumberland, I think it's called.
Wow, that was
Yeah, 'cause I think it's based on an American comic strip called Nemo's Adventures in Slumberland or something like that, from like the 1920s or so. I only heard of it because of this game. It was long before my time.
Luckily, there's actually a checkpoint in this stage.
Oh, do a lot of the stages not have checkpoints?
It does? Oh.
I've always kind of viewed this as almost like two different games, too, just because the first 7 stages are just straight platforming where you're transforming into animals in order to get keys to let you unlock the exit. And then the final stage, which is about as long as 3 of the previous ones put together, actually has combat and bosses in it.
There are some few escapes throughout the whole game, but pretty much the game is straightforward because you need to utilize all the animals to get different keys and everything.
That's one thing I've always liked about this too, is just how sophisticated the animals make the platforming in this game for being a NES game.
Yeah. It's just weird that Nemo feeds them with candy before.
and they hurt you if you touch them before you feed them the candy too.
Also, I try to damage boost like everywhere I can, because in most animals, damage boosting is actually faster. Like it moves you forward faster.
Those dandelions are so evil, by the way. They're like everywhere in this game, it seems like. And you can manipulate them very easily, but they just never stop spawning on certain screens.
I think it's one of those enemies that everybody like recognizes when they think of this game.
Yeah, just like everybody remembers the eagles from Ninja Gaiden.
Ah, yeah.
That key is
Yeah,
so evil.
spikes are instant death in this game.
Yeah,
it's
and
like Mega Man 1 spikes.
Yeah, it's Mega Man 1 spikes, exactly. You can get boosted into them, like take damage, get boosted into them, and die.
And speaking of which...
What?
Okay, what?
You
Reset.
died?
You died. Yeah, that was intentional just because it sends him back to the checkpoint, which is faster than actually leaving out of that secret area with the key. And you didn't really see it because of him being against the wall, but he was throwing candy when jumping out of the water, because I believe that gives you a max height jump if you do it. Yeah, because your jump height when you come out of water isn't consistent.
Yeah, it's 50-50 if you get a short jump or a tall jump out of water, or long jump out of the water. But if you throw a candy right before, it always...
I think there are different timings. You can like throw the candy right away and jump, or have a little delay like you had also. But you need to throw the candy and almost a guarantee high jump.
Yep. And now this level.
Worst stage.
Yeah, it's a fairly long auto-scroller with no checkpoints.
And some randomness.
And it has no checkpoints whatsoever, so...
Yeah.
And you can fairly easily be boosted up, damage boosted up on the spikes also, so...
I was gonna get hit. No!
I mean, there are some health packs and 1-ups here, but...
Yeah, the beginning of the stage is not that bad.
Yeah. Just give it some time, though. It gets there.
You'll see. Ooh, nice sipping.
Yeah, last time I played this game, it took me, I think, longer to get past this stage than any other in the whole game, including Nightmare Land.
Yeah, I remember it when I was a kid too, but I more like spectated when a friend of mine played it.
The last stage is what gets most people, I think. Because if you're game over, you have to do it all over again.
Well, I kept trying to do the lizard boost, and I didn't know what the positioning for it was, so I game over and trying to do it a couple times, which is it.
Still way easier to get the lizard boost than actually doing the level as you're supposed to.
Yeah.
This is where it can get a little bit tricky.
At least until you realize that you can in fact duck under most of the spikes in this section.
Oh, it didn't dive? The plane didn't crash?
No.
I mean, normally the second wave of those two flying planes, it normally crashes towards you, and sometimes can boost you up on the spikes, but it didn't
It's
crash.
a bit scary, but now I should be fine, and I get an extra life here too.
Yeah. Whoop. All right.
Yeah.
Rest of the game is easy.
Yeah, a lot of people are probably wonder what happens if you get here without enough keys. But if you let the screen scroll all the way, there's more keys on the other side of
there's
the door.
one more behind the door.
Yeah, there's 3 keys on the first screen that you can't skip, and there's 3 keys on the last screen, so and you need 6 keys.
Nice skips so far.
That was the last one.
Yeah.
Well, last pause buffered one.
'Cause I know there's one that it takes longer to do the skip than the text takes, and
Yeah, in stage 6.
Stage 6, yeah.
Especially in the Japanese version. I'm gonna do the zip.
Do it. Do it.
Oh,
that. Well, you can kill him.
No, fuck it. I don't want it. I've already died once.
All right.
Mess around. I hate this section.
And this is kind of evil on the game's part that you have to go into this dead end in order to find one of the keys. I mean, I could see them putting 1-ups and stuff in here, but the fact that you have to come here to get a key. Ooh.
It's okay.
I forgot that thing was even in this game.
This is gonna be exciting now. No. Oh god damn it, I get trolled.
Yeah.
I should have done the zip.
Kind of an annoying thing about speedrunning this game too is that deaths are generally pretty costly.
Very
just 'cause,
costly.
you lose your animal form whenever you die. Even if you go back to a checkpoint, you do have to recover your whatever animal you need before you can start getting keys again.
And more specifically on the later levels, because you need to like change animals all the time, and when you die in like the end of the stage, you need to do the whole stage.
Yeah,
all
I
over again.
need to swim down there to spawn that guy down there instead of out here, because if it spawns out here, I'm screwed.
I mean, the difficulty of this game is kind of fair, I think. I mean, it isn't that easy, but not that
I was
hard
able to beat it
either.
as a kid, which wasn't true for every game. I couldn't beat Ninja Gaiden 1 as a kid.
A lot of this game is manipulating spawns and enemy behavior. There's actually very little RNG up until the last stage. But you have to know.
Then we get Mr. Penguin.
Yeah.
We'll explain that later.
Yeah. So is there any difficulty at all in skipping that text there, or is it just if you go left you don't
I
get
think
it?
it's frame
or-
perfect.
Oh, it is? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you have to jump as soon as it fades up.
Oh, okay.
Ah, come on. This is probably my favorite stage.
It's got some cool tricks.
It's the longest stage by far too. It's like 5 minutes.
Like coming up right here, you have...
All right.
No.
Damn it.
Yeah. What he was trying to do is, I believe, a frame perfect, or a pixel perfect jump to get over that pit with the frog, which lets him skip having to come down here to get the lizard.
It saves like 15 seconds.
Yeah, because you can just go straight up there and get the B, or get the key, or yeah, get the B, and then use the B to get the key, and then leave.
Yeah, you have to jump from the last pixel, and you can only press jump for 1 frame, or you'll hit the ceiling and fall down anyways.
I like that Nemo like jumps into the bee. Like he rides all the other animals, but this one here, like kind of surreal, weird. Actually uses the bee as a mask or costume.
Normally a damage boost on the way out too, but you have to be, well, not there, but okay.
Can we get a quick roll call for Couch?
I'm Dexter.
Joka.
Coaxel.
And this plate monkey really wants to kill you.
Is there a lot of lag in this game? 'Cause I haven't really noticed a whole lot.
No, I don't think so.
'Cause even when there's multiple plate monkeys on the screen, it seems like the game handles it pretty well.
Okay, so I'm gonna be a bit safer, I think.
Like how the boss has its eyes closed the whole time you're riding it too, like it's sleepwalking.
Sleepwalking, yeah.
In this stage, there are no checkpoints, so if you die at the end, you lose like 5 minutes. Well, not 5 minutes, but a lot of time.
A lot of
Yeah.
time, yeah. So that's why it's take it a little bit safer and
Yeah, normally I have 1 health at the end.
that monkey. You always need to take a hit there. Always. Kind of hard to dodge his plates that he throws.
Yeah, please. Coming up is my favorite stage.
I thought the last one was your favorite stage.
Oh well, everyone is my favorite.
Yeah, I think this is the best music.
This
in
is
the
the
game.
best music.
Best music, yeah.
Or rather, this would be my favorite stage if it wasn't for this jump in the beginning.
You need to go for it.
And it being mostly an auto scroller.
Go for it. Go for it.
Do you mind if I come in for a minute here?
I'm gonna try it once.
Give us 20 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, there
Nice,
we go.
nice.
It's a really tricky jump.
Yeah, and if you miss that one, you die, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, unlike the lizard skip in Nemo's house.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, go for it.
So just for everyone that's tuning in as they're waking up or coming home from work or whatever, the servers are currently down. I would like to thank you for the donations that you've been trying to put in. We will, if you could hold off on doing that until we tell you the server is back up though, that would be fantastic. Currently the scheduling server and the donation server tracker is down. So if you could just hold on for those donations for a minute, we'll let you know when it's back up.
I like this trick here.
Yeah.
Just clip through everything.
For you who have seen the task of this game, you know there's another trick taking up, but I think it's only task possible.
Yeah, I haven't been able to do it once. I haven't even been close. You can keep the B for an entire stage.
Yeah. Like jump over all the spikes.
Yeah. This descending section gets a lot easier when you realize that you can despawn the dandelions by throwing candy at them. Otherwise, they follow you all the way down. And this game has kind of the style of scroll locking where you have to be in the left half of the screen or else you can't scroll it to the right at all. So otherwise you'd have probably landed on the cloud instead of on the building.
Pretty hard to find the keys in that level.
Yeah.
Since it's auto-scroller, they have to put the keys at the end because you can't go back for them. It's cool here.
This is the worst stage. It's long and annoying.
Yeah. Well, there's no text skip at least.
Nope, no more text skips. Unfortunately.
Yeah. If only the next bit of text could be skipped.
So when you jump into an animal, it actually keeps your X position, so you want to jump into them as far to, well, the way you're going as possible. Kinda can save some frames.
Need them.
Yep.
Don't want Tompo to cry.
Exactly.
Main thing I remember about this stage is just having to manage your B stamina a lot to get
This
into the
room is so
ceilings.
scary.
Oh, and then this room. Oh,
I don't think it's that scary. I mean, I do it kind of different way, more safe maybe, but. Oh, nice.
You have to be careful there, because if you cancel the frog while you're in the ceiling, like at the top, you can zip backwards a little bit and fall down. Don't want that to happen.
If only the game like zipped to the right, that would have been cool. I mean, a lot of strategy could have been made of that.
All right,
This,
here we go.
This is why we played the Japanese version.
Yep.
This is why we should have had donations.
Because this is what, like a minute and a half in the Japanese version? Or,
Yeah, something like that.
and it's more like 2.5 in the English version.
And you can't skip it.
Yep. Try as you might. You need to find out how to use the Morning Star that you've been carrying on your back the whole game for inexplicable reasons.
Yeah, you can explain the plot.
Well, Nemo is like asked to save the Slumber King Morpheus from the Nightmare King in Nightmare Land. So he needs to like get through all the first 7 Slumber Land levels, and then he gets to the Nightmare Land where Morpheus is, well, taken by the Nightmare King. That's pretty much the plot, I think.
Pretty much.
And only Nemo can do it because he's a little boy.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, this is where the game changes a lot, actually, just because we're done with getting keys, but now we actually get a weapon that we can.
Fight bosses with.
Yep. Funny thing is that they made a Swedish version out of this game, where they like, translated the whole game to Swedish and made a actual box and everything for it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's only like 30 or 40 cartridges made or something like that.
I think like even less, like 25.
Yeah.
Did you mostly have to play games in English then when you were growing up, or
Yeah,
did
I
they
had it in
translate
English.
very many games into Swedish?
Oh, well, there were like,
Okay, here we
I
go.
can't remember that many games, but Shadowgate is one of the most popular
Okay.
that he translated.
This is when the game gets hard, I would say. Even though I died twice already. Yeah.
This is my favorite stage, just because I like the heavier focus on action.
And you get to have the lizard for most of the stages, actually. And the lizard is fast, so it's fun.
We're gonna get the lizard longer than we're supposed to, too.
All right,
All right, good luck.
RNG heaven right here.
Yep. So the penguin always spawns on the right side the first time, but then after that it's completely RNG.
Yeah. And there's one more thing to it. Depending on where Nemo stands, he won't do damage at all. Well, he might do damage or no damage at all. I think it's like every third.
Yeah, every third pixel,
Pixel.
Nemo stands on, he will actually don't do damage to the boss.
Yeah.
So this is
And-
pretty bad already.
Oh.
And you don't know which pixels. I mean,
He should have been dead by now.
Yeah. So if you want to get the quickest kill, you have to be lucky. Basically, it's
Alright.
already be charging when he's descending.
like below average maybe, but
Yeah, slightly.
yeah. I mean,
So-
there's no way to know which pixels that are like dead zones.
While the website is down, don't forget you can still track the marathon at #AGDQ2014. And make sure to keep everyone informed as much as you can. Remember, the current servers are down momentarily, and we'll let you know as soon as they're back up.
And upcoming next is a really neat trick.
Yeah, it's my favorite skip in the game.
Yeah. Nice.
Yep.
I thought I got
Because you not only skipped having to go down to get the frog in order to make that jump like the game expects you to, but
This is so fun.
Yeah.
look, Bon, no spikes.
What? You're not.
Because the game
Why aren't you dying? Come on.
Yeah.
What ceiling? I don't know.
Yeah, because they didn't actually program, I guess, a hurt box for the lizard with the spike ceiling in here because you're not supposed to be able to get here with the
Yeah.
lizard, so you could just go right through and save even more time.
So here's a pretty good fight that Joka found.
The triple hit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice.
And this is not random. As long as you do the same things every time,
Yeah.
he will.
The pattern is a little different in the Japanese and English versions too,
Yeah.
right? That's the only real difference other than
Yeah.
the text.
I think the Japanese version is a little bit slower. I'm not sure.
It is, even with the triple hit.
Might be.
But we're only talking like a second or so, right?
This is the last stage.
Nice.
So if you throw a candy on that bee there, he will follow you for this screen. And for some unknown reason, he will despawn every one of those stompers that are supposed to be there.
Yeah. How much does it say? Like 1 or 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But like I said, the game is pretty optimized as it is, so you need to find these little things to like squeeze out every second.
Let's.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. I can despawn them on the way back too, with that bat. This is the scariest part.
Yeah, I always have 1 health when I get to this part, so I'm always afraid of the mouse walking into me
Yeah.
and killing me.
And wall jumping is faster. Way faster than just climbing up. And switching back to Nemo for this part means you don't have to bother about the eggs or the birds. You can just walk. Because the mouse has bigger hitbox. Okay, I'm gonna get the health.
Nice. One last attempt to like scare you off with those flowers.
Dandelions.
These dandelions.
Okay, here we go.
Alright, last battle.
Oh,
Dang.
yeah, I actually don't want to kill those blobs because it can only be one on the screen at the same time. So that means he won't spawn any more and block my shots. Oh my god. I'm gonna be just careful now, I guess.
And you need to like shoot him in his head. you don't do damage to his body, so. That was close, man.
I wasn't sure who was going to die,
oh,
you or him.
Oh, shit. I'll duck, it will work.
Time, by the way.
Oh yeah, time.
All right.
Okay, that's pretty decent with 2
Decent.
deaths, I guess.
Best ending to a Nemo run I've ever seen. Too.
Yeah. I mean, I thought you were sure gonna die.
Yeah.
Have faith.
right, good run.
Yeah.
I guess we're still behind schedule.
Battletoads is being played by the Mexican Runner, followed by Kid Icarus being played by Jorf. It looks like the Mega Man X block is going to start at about 12:30 for the people that were wondering about the Mega Man block. So, we will let you know when the server is up so you can know when to start donating again. Until then, it would be fantastic if you guys could just bear with us while we deal with the situation really quickly. Thank you.
Yeah, 'cause I think it's based on an American comic strip called Nemo's Adventures in Slumberland or something like that, from like the 1920s or so. I only heard of it because of this game. It was long before my time.
Luckily, there's actually a checkpoint in this stage.
Oh, do a lot of the stages not have checkpoints?
It does. Oh.
I've always kind of viewed this as almost like two different games, too, just because the first 7 stages are just straight platforming where you're transforming into animals in order to get keys to let
Yeah.
you unlock the exit. And then the final stage, which is about as long as 3 of the previous ones
Yeah.
put together, actually has combat and bosses in it.
There are some few skips throughout the whole game, but pretty much the game is straightforward because you need to utilize all the animals to get different keys and everything.
That's one thing I've always liked about this too, is just how sophisticated the animals make the platforming in this game for being a NES game.
Yeah. It's just weird that Johnny number 5.
Yeah, Pajama Hero Nemo.
Yeah, pajama hero there. I like that he used the word pajama in the Japanese.
Okay. Whoops. Yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, man.
Thanks.
I can start out by explaining this little trick here. We found out this last European marathon. You can pause buffer your jumps, and so it's kind of easier to skip those texts.
Yeah, because it turned what was, I believe, a frame-perfect
Exactly.
trick, and which you had to do twice in a row in order to skip that first guy's text, which is very long and an automatic reset if you're
Exactly.
doing attempts at this game into something that's pretty easy.
Yeah, it skips like 20 seconds, 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah. It's less so in the Japanese version, because even though this is only about a 35-minute run, there's a lot of
It's a
text
lot
in
of-
it. And
yeah,
so playing
exactly.
in Japanese does make a difference.
I believe it's like 1.5 to 2 minutes.
Depending on which
Depending.
text you
Yeah.
skip,
So basically, you have Nemo, who is stuck
Oh!
in his dream world in Slumberland, I think it's called.
Wow,
And
that was